Thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to be discussing the build your own cheeseburger pattern I wrote for you guys. The kids are absolutely loving these, and unfortunately this is the only one I have for an example for you right now, and they got bright orange paint on it somehow as well, but the kids are absolutely adoring these. They are the foot bag size, so they're meant for foot bag, just kind of like the old-fashioned hacky sacks, but it could be a bean bag, or you could add even the little face and mouth. That would be pretty cute. The way I wrote it is a little bit different than normal. It's all still exactly the right instructions, but instead of going in a particular order and telling you to change colors, I will say lettuce rounds, for instance, and then tell you what color that was. Tomato rounds. So you know where those are coming up, and you can switch them in whatever order you want. But in order to do that and have it still come out as a foot bag with the right dimensions, I wanted to go ahead and tell you the mechanics of it, so that way if you are adding or taking away rows when you're building your burger, that's perfectly fine. It's just not going to be the exact dimensions of what a foot bag should be. So let's talk about the foot bag. The foot bag, when you're crocheting it, includes a increase section, a body, and a decrease section. The increase section for my pattern is 9 rounds. The body is 11 rounds. And the decrease section is 9 rounds. So that's pretty straightforward and simple, right? Okay. Now, basically, the whole increase section is your top bun. We do start with the top bun. So I will go ahead and I'll just put top so you know. And then the body has 3 things in it. The body finishes the bun, and you want 1 to 2 rounds to finish your top bun. And I'm misspelling because I'm not paying attention. So here in this one, you see we actually have 1 round of the middle as that lightest color of bun there. You have 8 to 9 rounds to play with for your toppings. Then you have 1 round of your bottom bun, and the rest of the decrease is the bottom bun. In the second page of the pattern, what I have is I have the height of each of the toppings. Now, the best way to build your burger and keep it in the actual foot bag shape, if that's important to you, is to actually list the order you want the toppings in. The one that you see in front of me is the one on the left-hand side here. The double cheeseburger you saw in the photo is right here. But you'll notice if you add each of them up, they all ended up to 11 rows. Now, the double cheeseburger, between the 2 rows of the 2 meats and the 2 cheeses, only were 10 rows between that and the bottom bun. So I added 1 more round to my top bun, and that gave us our 11 rows. So it's still perfect. The other one that I showed you with just 1 round as the top bun and bottom run equals 11 rows. And there I had top bun, lettuce, tomato, red onion, cheese, meat, lettuce, bottom bun. Okay, so if you want it to stay a nice round ball, you want to make sure it has 11 rows. If it is 10 rows, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Once you start getting 12 rows and taller, it is going to be elongated and really tall, rather than feeling more like a ball. And I have it kind of flattened out right now purposely, where I squished it down because I want it to look more like a cheeseburger rather than a foot bag. Some other features in this burger you can make more difficult or less difficult according to what you want. For instance, in the bun and in the meat, I change colors, but you don't have to. For the bun, it started out all in this darker color. Now, second to the last row of bun, I would do 1 stitch in the pale, 1 stitch in the dark, 1 stitch in the pale, 1 stitch in the dark. I did the same thing with the meat. And basically that helped blend the darker color a little bit better with the lighter color. I just wanted to go ahead and get the bun a little bit more natural with how it has the lighter color towards the inside. with the meat, that gives it almost the grill mark looking feel. But you don't have to do that. It's still going to be cute if you have just one color for the bun or one color for the meat. And I will be doing a tutorial left-handed on this shortly. It will be up in the next few days. If you did want to see how I change colors, it will be working from the opposite side because it's left to right, but it will give you an idea if you haven't changed colors before in crocheting and you were wondering about it. I hope that you guys have fun with it. I would love to see your photos of your cheeseburgers and see what you come up with. I'm sorry that I can't have a tutorial of the cheeseburger. I just know that it would take forever for me to make a right-handed cheeseburger with such a tiny hook, and I just don't think it would be the best tutorial, honestly, because of my comfort level with such a tiny hook in my non-dominant hand. So I hope that I could find one of the crochet tutorial channels and see if they're willing to put together a right-handed tutorial for us, and if they do, then they could link to this video here just for people to go ahead and print the pattern out. But I'm perfectly fine with somebody actually doing a tutorial based on this for the right-handers, since I can't. So I hope that you guys have a good afternoon, and I hope to see some of these cutie little things. I wanted to introduce this to you because I think it will be cute to do some Halloween and Christmas and other type of holiday bean bags and foot bags as we go along. So I thought this would be a fun one for those of you out there that are foodies like me or have kids that love cheeseburgers. It's just kind of unique and different. I do have some ideas for Christmas up here for some bean bags coming up, and wanted to at least introduce you to these and how they're built for future reference. Take care, guys. Bye.